birthday now. Happy Friday.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday.
How was everyone's week? And hopefully today's Friday and it's great too. How was your
Yeah.
week?
Um, Kind of eventful. Wait, my daughter's birthday was this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, my God had a birthday too.
Yeah.
Dang.
My child turned 19.
I actually bought my kid a gift because I don't never buy my kids gifts on their birthday because usually they end up getting stuff right before their birthday, like computers or phones or something. And then when I asked them what they want for their birthday, they already got it. I constantly get, but they brought it to my attention that I never, like 2-3 years ago, that I've never bought them a birthday gift, like on their birthday. Like, so I've been making a conscious effort to get them birthday gifts. Well, get one, the other one shouldn't get none. And 1 year I actually wrapped them. I think, yeah, I did. But now I just like my kid got a gift from somebody, a wonderful lady. Gave her a gift. Hey, I used that bag for her gift. I just put this, hey, what you gonna do about this already there? And I was like, hey, don't mess up that bag. So when she got her other birthday stuff, I put her birthday stuff in that bag and just set it on her bed. I bought her a card today. I'll get it to her tomorrow or something. Her birthday was Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, my week wasn't that eventful. It was a week. It's hot today. Talk about the weather real quick while I check some things.
Yeah, in the last 2 days, like it just got real hot out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It just tried to rain, and it was like, no, it's too hot to rain, and it rained for like 30 seconds, and a lot of lightning.
Yes, like literally 30 seconds.
Yeah, I tried to go outside and stand in it, and it stopped before I get down the steps.
Yeah. I definitely recycle bags. Oh, yes, child. I'm like, I don't mess that up. Hey, be careful when you open that stuff.
But recycling bag is one thing, but like giving it back to the person who already had it. Only thing worse than that would be like putting the crossing guards gift in and giving it back to her.
Somebody bougie. Shoot.
Somebody cheap.
I'll re-gift it. I don't like going shopping. I am not a consumer like how most people are. Like, I may go to a Walmart once every 2 years. Target used to get me maybe once every 3 months. I don't buy clothes but once every 3-4 years. A good friend here, because he likes them all. Something. He goes there for chicken or something. But if I tell him, he went to Forever 21 for me before. And he got me 3 outfits, I think. Yeah, remember people were so happy that you were in there helpful?
Yeah, no, those gay guys thought I was gay, and they thought I was buying them dresses for myself, and I had to make it clear, like, hey.
He was like, why do you think you looking at me? They so helpful, and they just smiling at me.
Yeah.
I said, because they think it's for you. And me and him about the same size. So.
Yeah, probably, because I'm like, no, I need.
Oh, that's big. So, and got it right. And I was like, oh, I'll never have to go to the mall.
I was on the phone with you, so I was like, here, this.
And when I was on the phone with you, I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, this is making me shop.
You sent me, so no.
You was going to the mall.
No,
and I said, while you were there.
I wasn't going to no Forever 21.
But while you were there.
I was going to Foot Locker. To get bourbon chicken.
Okay, but while you were
only
there.
2 things I go in the mall for.
Like, okay, if I was going to the corner store, I'd be like, do you want a soda? And I will get you a soda.
But that's all in the same store.
But no, they have aisles. I have to go down a different aisle than I would have to go down this aisle. So the same thing. It's like when you're in the mall. Made great choices. So whenever he goes to the mall, I'm like, hey, I need a pair of shorts, buddy. They gonna know you in Forever 21. You should get a card.
You get some basketball shorts from Foot Locker.
Whatever. Because I hate the mall too. I cringe. My child, I allow her to take me to the mall once a year. She has one time a year that she can take me into the mall. And we have to be out of here with like 30 minutes. Because I start itching. I get the itchies. So no, I don't buy clothes that often outside of underwear. You gotta get your clean underwear, you gotta get new underwear. You gotta wear underwear. I buy shoes off this online site that I get like pay $40 for like 5 pairs of shoes. And then I got my shoes for like 5 years. America wouldn't like me. I just don't consume much. Except for I go out to eat. I love eating at restaurants. I consume stuff that I can poop out and give back to the world. All right, what are we talking about this week?
Let's see.
I want to talk about the fear and respect, the difference in raising a child. Remember you showed me that video?
Oh, the mom that was telling the little boy, you have to go to bed. You're sick. You got a fever. He said, no, I'm not sick.
First thing you're going to tell me no.
And then the dad came in the room, get in the bed.
Yeah.
They shut right up and got right in the bed.
What the lady was saying before, it was like, you should not let your children be afraid of you. Afraid and fear are two different things. You need to read your Bible, because when you fear something, it means you respect it. That's what fear means. It's in the Webster Dictionary too at one time, but they keep changing stuff. They probably changed the word woke too.
Yeah, because they keep trying to make it a gay agenda, and I'm like, that's not what
woke is a gay agenda.
Lord!
That's
what I heard 3 white people say that today.
Stealing stuff from us left and right.
And I'm like, when did that happen? I'm like,
can you imagine all the other stuff that was cool that we just don't even mess with no more because they stole it?
And
like Cowabunga, dude.
I don't think that.
I think that was actually a Hawaiian word that they stole and kind of mixed it all up, and it came out that way. So
they definitely stole sick dope.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, sus.
Yeah.
And don't know that it means talking about gay people.
And they don't know that is gay.
Oh my goodness.
No, woke is just. Never mind. I'm not even going there.
Wake
again.
up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. That was us. Was he talking about who was sleeping in the bed? No, he wasn't.
And then that's my whole thing. This whole anti-woke thing.
I guess that.
What?
I will make you proud. I got it right next to my bed in the hymn book. Because I say my hymns sometimes. I'm like, oh, this
you say your hymns?
I say them. And then I sing them, and then I repeat it. That's what's wrong with these kids now. Because first of all, dads was out the house, and then the moms was told that school's saying you can't punish them. Teachers can't rip your lips off no more. If you talk too much, I'm gonna rip your lips off. Mm-hmm. I got beat in school. My mom used to teach, and when the kids got bad, the 2 men that was teachers too would take them in the middle room and beat them with belts.
I never get beat in school.
You got to get these kids right. But that's what I'm saying. Parents not allowing the community to community. And
I wasn't bad. But
LaDonna, was he bad?
Don't listen to her.
She's proud of me. So I listen to her.
And that's anybody else ever said that to you in your life? So you know you shouldn't listen to her.
No, nobody says this.
so you know she making shit up.
She's probably the only person who's ever told me they were proud of me. I appreciate you, LaDonna. Now, so whatever you say is true.
See, I wasn't bad.
See,
no.
Okay, but yeah, you should in my household, and I know people are probably like, "This is strict." My children can't say yeah to me. Excuse me, who are you talking to? If I call them, I don't need to go to them. They come to me. And if they keep asking, LaDonna say I was the bad one.
Yeah, what? You aren't allowed.
No, don't what me.
Yeah, what?
It's yes, and they usually say, and I don't get on too much, but they used to say yes, ma'am, or yes. They call me mama. They so country. Mama, they be like, mama, can I have? And I'm like, country just won't leave you. They'll say yes, ma'am, or yes. And my child told me they can't say yes, ma'am in school anymore because they think it's the other teachers think they trying to be smart. Yeah. No, that's how you address adults.
And you continue, and I would tell my child to continue to do that.
Yes,
that's what I raised you to do.
Yeah. Or no, sir. You say those things. So They can't use the L word. They can't call people liars. We don't say lie. We say fibbing and storytelling. You ain't that grown. Like certain people have these things, but those are things in my household that you might get popped in your lips because who are you talking to? And it's I don't know.
You don't know what? That sounds about right. Like
you got to discipline your children, and they should not be friendly friends with you. Maybe when you get older and your kids be adults and stuff, and even then it's still a line. Me and my dad are best friends, but there's still a line between there because he's my father. Some things I won't do in front of him. Some he does everything. He just think I'm a boy, but it's a respect thing. We're not equals. I'm not equal to my children. I'll never be equal to them. I don't care how old they get, how old I get. I will never get equal to them.
You created them.
And I can destroy them. I let them know that. I had to let one know that the other day. Keep playing with me. Oh, I let the other one know that the other day too. I forget why I told her I'll kill her. Not kill her. Because once they that murk. If she did something. Let me take that away because if I had to, because they're gonna think I did something to them. Never mind. That was like, ha. Let me put my button up. All of that. Where's that? Was allegedly everything I just said. So with that being said, it was some other story that the lady who beat her son when he was coming out the
for cutting school.
For cutting school.
She like seen him on Zoom or something somewhere. Like the boy at the school and found him at a convenience store. At first she said, "Come on," and she tried to snatch him, and he snatched away. And I was like, "Ooh!"
He snatched away.
And then she turned. She had a belt in her head.
She became Thor.
And started and beat him out of that store. And said, "You bet not." And his friend was just standing there like,
"Oh, she gonna beat me too."
Yeah. It was pretty funny. Because he was definitely bigger than her. But
he's a grown man size.
Yeah.
But when her mother's strength came through, and I don't even know how that belt came into her hand, it looked like it just said, and it happened in her hand. She was like, wow.
She walked in with it because she knew he was in there. She had the belt in her hand when she walked in.
And she just, wow.
He was getting that ass whooping either way, but she was trying to give it to him outside.
Yeah, so he wouldn't be embarrassed.
But then
she embarrassed him by snatching away.
Yeah, he snatched away and said, "Oh, I didn't do it." And before he could finish saying what he was saying, she was already on his ass. And I'm like, that's what he deserved.
It's the postman. All right, let's talk about children. Let's go into the other child. This poor 2-year-old has been sentenced to life in prison.
In North Korea, yeah.
You know why?
Because his parents or her parents, I don't know if it was a boy or
girl,
owned a Bible. And they found the Bible in the house and sentenced the baby to life in prison.
The parents have life in prison as well, but they'll be separated from the child. And the child has to serve time forever. But that's Kim Jong-un, right?
Yeah, that's Dennis Rodman
friend. Hey, they don't play about that. And a lot of times, and we don't even know what happened about
because he's their God over there. Yeah. Like, remember, he don't got a butthole. He don't poop. That's what they tell them over there. When I read that.
No, you don't, Kim Jong-un. I don't know nothing about you. They may be saying all bad stuff about you. And that 2-year-old probably had a gun in the Bible. And then that's why he shot some people up. And they left all that out. You know how American news be talking about people and don't be saying stuff. Why he friends with Dennis Rodman? He like black people. I ain't got a problem with him. Or maybe I do. But that 2-year-old probably was trying to murk him. And they ain't ever want to tell us that story. But if not, so sorry for you 2-year-old. But I also heard, which could be fake news, that if a family member is caught with something like that, they either sentence everybody in their family. Like they get rid of all their bloodline. Yeah, and if you married into their family, they get rid of all of that too.
But that's the easiest place when you can't feed everybody and you need more people working in the field, but you can't justify it. You have to find a reason. So any infraction.
What if the American news is telling a lie and they all in here with doing qigong or something, playing basketball with Rodman? They have a big stadium of love, and everybody else is wrong. Kim Jong-un, I don't know.
I don't know. I've never been there.
Just saying. But you're friends with Dennis Rodman, so you got to be a little kooky and cool, or just kooky. Well,
I know they said he's over 360 pounds now and has insomnia.
Oh, because he got the
But see, once again, that's the
thing.
American news. So he might be 150 pounds and wide awake,
And woke,
according to Naya.
but not the gay woke, because I don't know what that is. But woke for the blacks.
Yeah, and that's my whole thing with the whole anti-woke agenda. So you telling people, stay asleep.
Stay asleep. That's even just stupid.
Yeah,
No,
I know. Just like
keep
if you really
dreaming.
like the whole thing, hate Antifa, hate the anti-fascists.
Mm-hmm.
We hate fascism, but we also hate the anti-fascists.
We were against it too. Just hate. Yeah, just dumb. I think the world is getting dumber.
And don't wake up. We will take all of the books out of your school so you stay asleep.
Oh, did I get rid of
Oh, Utah, they just took the Bible out because they took all the other books out. So the lady said, "Well, in the Bible, they got this, and they and said, well, if you got to take that out too." And now they so mad, they're fighting with her over it. And I'm like, no, you took, yeah. This is based off the rules y'all made. The Bible falls right in that category. It talks about murder and death and
men kissing
and incest and rape and all the stuff you said you don't want.
Sodoms and Gomorrahs.
All of that.
They're like, they so dumb.
Exactly.
Then wasn't it? Oh, talking about children as well. A teen jumped off a cruise boat.
On a dare.
For TikTok something.
Yeah, well, and they didn't find him. Still haven't found him. And I believe they stopped looking because they said the water is shark infested, and they don't believe he could have made it.
And it's the ocean. The Kraken got him. Didn't I say the Kraken? You said the Kraken got him. I said it could have been the Kraken.
Could have been a dolphin.
It could have been an eel. It could have been a rock.
Could have been a punk ass stingray like Steve Irwin got.
You shouldn't have been in his neighborhood. I mean, you got your hood, they got their hood, and you went in their hood and was walking around like you do.
But I'm not an op. I'm not the ops.
But maybe he was the op.
I'm not the ops. I'm just.
You don't know.
I'm a tourist. I'm passing through.
And even then, you gonna get robbed. Don't just be passing through people's neighborhoods if you don't know nobody. Did you check in?
I don't check in nowhere. Fuck that.
Like at the
you don't even know I was here. Like, because I'm not going to the places where people who check in go.
You gotta check in. Except for the doctor's office. Here's my name.
Yeah, that's where I check in.
I'll check into a hotel. Early. Oh yeah, you can check into a hotel too. What else can you check in? Your coat.
Yeah.
I'll do that. All right. Teen jumps off one another. I think it was all the teen people, little kids. Yes. Oh, before we go on, there's Sarah. What's her name? Sarah something. Jane Comrie, who tried to take the bike from the young black man.
Little boy. That boy's 17 years old.
Yeah, he's a 17-year-old boy. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Little boy. And she got her lawyer, who's pretty dumb, allegedly, or maybe not, because they have everything on video.
Yeah.
Everyone has seen this for the most part in media. And he says that the kids approached her, which is impossible because the bike wouldn't have been there. Oh. It shows how she assaults him by snatching something out of his hand.
Yeah.
It shows how she's faking crying, trying to hide her badge, all the stuff. It just looks bad against her. And it's just whatever.
Yeah. Well, she got a job. Well, she got
$120,000 in the GoFundMe.
I think she was suspended too, though.
Yeah, she was suspended, but they may not. Yeah. But I hope you lose your job and your license because that was racist. And you shouldn't be able take care. She's a nurse or something. You shouldn't be in the care. Go work at a white facility or whatever. But you shouldn't be able to take off anybody who is not white and they should investigate any deaths that came under you. I would go in on it. Y'all got to start using the law right. Because if something looked fishy with somebody who's black or not white, she should be held accountable and lose her license. All of that should happen. And for the assault on a child, you should get some kind of misdemeanor, some kind of something on your record. And if I was the parents, I would sue for mental anguish because he's getting ready to go to college and he's in fear and turmoil. Keep using those words. take all her money, and then she had to pay the rest for student loans.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you become a stripper. They make good money. So wait a minute. Let me do. Now I don't want Allegheny. What was that? The Players Club on Allegheny. There's some other ones. Yeah, so family, I hope you get everything that you deserve. Lady Sarah Comrie,
I hope you get everything you deserve.
I know you're going to get everything you deserve. Oh, that ugly face of yours, allegedly, but not. Talking about attorneys as well. An attorney in New York, white guy who was drunk, still doesn't matter. Snatches a wig off. I believe she had to be either light skinned or a black person.
Light skinned or a black person.
Because I don't like to call them nothing else. Those other people light skins, and you don't want to admit it because you can't be, in some way. Oh no, I came from a black woman who came from a black woman who came from a black woman. I'm black. I'm talking about the other people who got the mixtures.
You definitely light skinned.
I'm light skinned in different areas. On my dad's side of the family, I'm brown skinned. To most, and about a few, I might be light skinned. My mom's side of the family, I'm light skinned. And if I'm around the other light skinned peoples, I'm brown skinned. It just depends. But I'm talking about the Asians and the Latinos. I'm talking about, they'll call them light skins because they, whatever. So but the hair texture looked like she could have been black. And it was like a curly afro. And he snatches off the wig off her head. And she's like, "What? Why would you do that?" Doesn't know her just while they walking in the street. He's an attorney as well. Was an attorney at his law firm, but he probably still has his license, which should be under investigation or whatever.
Yeah, send letters to the bar and be like, no. Because
that was assault. Yeah. And she went to the hospital. Well done, young lady. And they had to give her muscle relaxers for her neck. I wonder how that... Never mind. So he lost his job. His face has been in the media. Have him disbarred or have him under suspension. And look at his cases too, because he might, and it may not be racism, maybe how he treat women. Oh, y'all white women, get on that. You don't play about y'all people doing nothing to the women because y'all have something to do now. Get on that. He might not like women. Forget that she was black or whatever, but you can use the face of a black woman like y'all usually do and use that and we need you now. Do something now good for society. Get him together because he don't like women. Let's look at it like that. Do something good. You can use the black woman face. Y'all use black people all the time for your stuff. And then you can forget about us like y'all usually do too. But at least we'll get something. Let me see what this is doing. Why? Oh, I didn't do the thing.
What thing?
I didn't clear my cache. 1 second, people. We'll be back. But okay, so that was the thing. I wish I could play. I'm gonna play what you sent me with that Candace Taylor from Georgia. I gotta play it, but I'm gonna do that later.
Okay.
Because that was hilarious. They be electing these people, and boy,
oh man, I'm hoping that's fake, but I don't.
I hope so, but I didn't look. I meant to go look her up. But okay, let's talk about Juneteenth. Oh, Juneteenth is here, and everybody want to celebrate it, and people who shouldn't be celebrating it want to celebrate it. I don't think. How you gonna come and celebrate a thing because y'all created something and y'all want to be up there having a cookout? Yes, what's wrong with y'all black people inviting people to cookout when they don't need to be there? They got barbecues and stuff. We got cookouts. You know what a picnic stand for? Picking a nigga. So let them keep doing that because they still picking. They're hanging on. That's sad. He did a perk. Yup. Yeah, touch it here. But yeah, so in Georgia, I believe, or South Carolina, one of those, North Carolina, South Carolina, either 3 of those states, I don't know. But they had a banner up for Juneteenth, and the guy who has been, he says that everyone is welcome. I disagree with that.
You have to
but
say that.
And the crazy thing is, I'm doing a Juneteenth thing with a Jewish person I know. He's cool people. He do a lot of stuff in black events. I still don't agree with it. And I was also like, nah, I'm not gonna do it this time. But I'm just acting. And also they're cool people I'm acting with. but I miss acting so much, and I get to act. But this will be my last time because I just still don't feel good about it. Because I don't like how white people's hands need to be in everything that's Black all the time. It just has to be like, leave us alone. We know how to do us. And when you do put your hands in it, we have to accommodate you because being too loud, you think we're about to fight. If we're laughing too hard, you don't know if we're about to fight. If the way we are with each other, y'all don't understand it. So y'all be like, hey, can we do this? So that we always have to accommodate or be lesser than what we're doing and bring things down to accommodate you for you. Because that's what type of people we are. We're accommodating people and we don't want everybody to have a good time. But when y'all are out the room, we have a fabulous time. We have so much fun. We are laughing and joking about stuff that we can laugh about and joke about. We don't have to censor ourselves because we have different cultures. But when y'all come in, we got to censor ourselves because at any time y'all can call the cops on us. At any time you can call rape. At any time you can call somebody stole something, because a lot of times that happens too. Y'all come to our events and y'all misplace something and y'all be like, well, I had it here, but it's not here anymore. And we all know we can go to jail for that. We like to have, why can't we be in our own space and enjoy our own people for our own celebrations? Y'all enslaved, y'all terrorists kidnapped. It was not a fight. Y'all kidnapped, terrorized, brutally tortured us for years. Y'all are continuously brutally torturing us and still on the same idea that y'all doing. And we have a day to celebrate being away from y'all funky asses, and y'all want to bring y'all asses into the party again too. Why do y'all want to be around us so much? I know we're cool. I know we are so cool, but go to have your own celebrations. Leave us alone.
That's what the 4th of July is.
On the 4th of July, y'all hung somebody. The very first 4th of July. Go on over there. Let us have our Juneteenth. Why do y'all always want to have your hands in something like y'all missing something? Yes, y'all are missing something. Y'all definitely are missing something. So it was a white couple on the banner for Juneteenth.
Yeah, it's just like,
it's going to be a time when Juneteenth ain't going to be our holiday no more, like Memorial Day.
Like Memorial Day. People don't know the history of Memorial Day.
You think they was memorializing and celebrating soldiers and stuff and everybody like that? And they probably were, but they probably excluded us.
But no.
Flip this again. Go ahead.
And that's what we did. And then now they say, well, it's not a day for partying as much as it's a day for remembrance. But no.
We want to remember on Memorial Day?
Yeah.
Other than Juneteenth. You want us to remember? Because I remember.
No, but that was the thing. Like, when we remember, we celebrate.
We celebrate.
That's what
we dance, we celebrate,
but
we laugh, we have joy.
They have taken it and changed it and made it a gray holiday, a quiet holiday.
See, that's what happens when y'all touch
Veterans Day is when you celebrate. Memorial Day is when you be quiet. No,
and nobody knows that Black people started that.
Was you there when it started?
How we memorialize, like for funerals and stuff, it is not sad. We sitting up there laughing, joking, drinking, smoking, whatever, dancing. We go over somebody's house. We telling stories. Somebody might get in an argument, and they say they love each other again. I think my cousin told my uncle that he was saying something. Then when my grandma died, she said she was gonna push him out the window. It was possibly going to happen. But we still loved each other. We still played cards and everything because that's what we do. We celebrate because that's what you do. You be happy in life. So Juneteenth is not for everybody. It's for Black people. It's the enslaved people and the light skins too, because y'all was enslaved too. But y'all can act like y'all was colonized. Y'all was colony people and just indigenous people. They was Black too. So y'all ain't gotta celebrate it either. But Black people, y'all, we should be able to celebrate it out loud. We should be able to celebrate it. Why does this keep doing that? Here we go. We should be able to celebrate it out loud. We should be able to celebrate it freely. We should be able to, New Orleans funerals be lit. We should be, and that's probably how all our funerals be. But when people move up north, they be like, let's get quiet because we got to conform with the white people. And they get boring. But stay the F away from our stuff. You have everything else. Everything else, and you still want to be a part of our stuff. Stop inviting them to the cookout. You can go, y'all can have a little cookout at your place, but the invitation because they did one cool thing or one good thing for a Black person, man, they just cousins and stuff. That's not how we do cousins. Now your friends over 5 years, they might be like my peoples, and if they 10, 15 years, that's your cousin. But no, stop it. Because once you do that, you give them privilege and allowance to be on a banner for Juneteenth as 2 white couples. It's your black people's fault.
Not too accommodating, like you said.
And it's not wrong to be accommodating. It's just you gotta know you gotta know who you're dealing with. You're not gonna sit there and leave a chicken bone out for a dog because you know a dog won't be a dog. You put it away. Well, no, you tell that dog don't touch it. You ain't gonna touch it. I forget. We know how to take care of our animals.
I was gonna say if that dog is trained properly,
that dog, you just like, hey. Tell them about the lady in Africa.
What's African?
With the hyenas. And hyenas cannot be tamed. They can't be tamed, and Africans have hyenas as pets. Well, not pets, as friends, companions.
Well, they want companions. She told them they shoot pretty much. In the middle of the night, she had something on her head. I don't know what it was. I had something under her arm, but she walking through a pack of hyenas. Just and they was cringing and jumping back. I said, man. But you know, animals smell fear, and she ain't scared. Yeah. I know. I got 8. I ain't even gonna hold you.
No, I don't play that with animals.
No, I'm good. Like
I don't play that with animals.
I've seen them fight the lions, and I'm like, all right, I know.
Yeah, they be like, they have a stick and a skirt on, and they be like, yo, you got enough, and scram, and the lions like, ah. Yeah. King Halasi, I had lions as pets, like not pets, but in his kingdom, we don't treat animals as pets. We treat them as animals. Respect them, and they have to respect us. Juneteenth is what I put on there, FUBU, for us because of you. If y'all weren't part of it, then we wouldn't have had a Juneteenth, and you wouldn't have to worry about not being able to celebrate. But y'all caused us to have a Juneteenth, and then you want to sit up there and be in front of us. That's some psychological messed up stuff. That's some
the celebration should be on when emancipation got signed and we got, but no, it had to be for 2 years later because they wouldn't listen.
But I just thought about that. That's what somebody said. If you went to jail and you came home, do you want the judge and the cops to be there that locked you up as your celebration? Because that's what it is. And I think y'all know what y'all doing. Yeah. Y'all putting yourselves in there, and that's some trauma that you doing. We should be able to celebrate because the day is remembering that y'all tortured us for so many years, and we finally, not even really, some semblance of freedom. Not because Emancipation Proclamation being like this, it's because of so many rebellions, and they had to recoup and figure out how they was going to do this financial thing, not because they liked us. But anyway, stay the F away from all the stuff that we do. Y'all have y'all stuff, and sometimes we can mix and mingle when this comes a mixer. But when it's our holidays, stay the F away. Yeah. We need some peace. That's all we want is some peace in this world. And every time we somebody's watching us.
Some peace or a piece of this world, they
have to do something
you can get it as an individual, but don't try to get it as a group.
Because it's called loitering. People. You know, that's why that law was created, because not 2 black people can stand at the same time.
You try to stand with 2 or 3 other black people and do anything positive.
You can't stand with 2 or 3 black people and just be standing there having a conversation. They want to know, hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah. You guys okay?
You're suspicious.
Yeah, you're suspicious. And leave us alone.
And you fit the description because we described you.
We don't need your hands in anything. We are beyond brilliant and talented because y'all still are our stuff. We can do everything we want. The only thing we want from y'all is to leave us the F alone. 10 years out of slavery, we did better than what y'all are still doing and could never do when y'all had free labor. 10 years. And then y'all got mad at that and started bombing and destroying our town.
And rewrote all the laws
so you can put us down. That's the only way you can keep us down is the laws that y'all create based off of how y'all feel and how every time we keep beating the race, then y'all create another law.
Put another hurdle in that race.
Stay away. Give us one day. Damn. All right, it's enough about Juneteenth. We'll be here for the week before Juneteenth, and I'll probably give some more rants. But maybe not. Maybe we'll just be. We might have a celebrating hat and stuff for Juneteenth. Judge Joe Brown.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Yeah. So Judge Joe Brown, and I've heard this from him. This was years ago. He made this statement, and they're still using the recording now that Tina Turner has passed away. they're like, you shouldn't speak ill of the dead. He said this about her while she was alive. So people need to look at that. That's not what he said after she died. And some people ain't. I'm not saying about Tina Turner. I'm not talking about. I never understood that where people be changing up stuff. I went to one of my aunt's funerals, and my aunt, the obituary was being read, and my other aunt was in front of me. I could see, but I was sitting in front of me, and I was sitting behind, but I came in a little late. I came in after the viewing and stuff, and I was sitting there. And as they was reading this obituary about my aunt, she was cool. I could see. I'm like, that's not true. But as I'm doing it, my aunt in front of me here was like, I was like, oh, because at first I was like, maybe I'm in the wrong funeral because it really was a lot of stuff. Like, I don't remember knowing that. And my aunt in front was like, same way I was doing it. And I was like, oh, that's my aunt. That's how I knew I was at the right funeral. People, when they die, I most people don't like me, so y'all wouldn't know I'm died anyway. But if you found out that I died, say how you felt about me. Don't be making no stuff up because we ain't friends. And if you don't like me, then say you don't like me. LaDonna's proud of me, though. I need you to know that. She still is proud of me. She was. She's still proud of me. But yeah, so he said about her, he said the movie was very inaccurate. And I'm just saying it's plausible. Because nobody knows much about her life or his life but the movie.
I don't, yeah.
Yeah, for the most part. Like I've never seen prior to the movie anything speaking about their life. Like anything throughout, but we also didn't have social media and everything would have been like news.
It ain't none of your business.
And and it's none of your business. That's their household.
They're a married couple.
He said because he was younger, he remember Ike Turner and they lived in his neighborhood, being a very upstanding person, played with the kids and stuff. He said he remembers Tina Turner always yelling at Ike. She came out the house one time. Yes, that's there. Came out the house with a frying pan, hit him upside head with a frying pan before, was very just nasty. Had a certain car, and if anybody mistaken her in that car, somebody else should cuss you out. He said she was just a very nasty lady, like would tell the kids to get off her lawn, like. And he said she used to be a pimp, a gorilla pimp, he called it. And I guess that's the ones that beat on you like wow, 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 wow. So see, LaDonna's proud of both of us, but you ain't gotta be proud. It's about me. It's about me, LaDonna. But
you're so selfish.
But just saying,
my own sister can't be proud of me.
You got Jesus.
Yes, I do.
And I got Jesus. But
hey, Zeus.
But I'm not saying that she wasn't, but the only way, I don't know any of this, is all legit, and I love Tina Turner music and everything. I don't really know the lady. I didn't know her. But as far as how Hollywood produces things, I can definitely see how they would make the black man look bad and push her up into the light, especially since she didn't like black men. She didn't date black men. And that's a very attractive thing to Hollywood and the others. If you are one that dates outside of your race, you're more acceptable to them. And they will promote more of that for you and throughout and promote it as far as.
Not to mention you got to make Ike look bad because he broke. How many of Elvis's hits did he?
Yeah, and that's it. And they probably were mad at Ike for that. He wrote stuff for Elvis.
That man wrote Blue Suede Shoes.
Did he? I thought that was a lady.
I'm pretty sure it was Ike.
It was the Witchcomb lady, black lady, Big Farmer, third burn.
She might have been singing it.
She might have sang it first, but yeah, Ike did.
I'm pretty sure Ike wrote that.
But I mean, you know what they did to people? Like Michael Jackson took the Beatles album, and it's like, hey, I got.
Oh, and don't forget, he also bought Eminem's catalog.
Just because he said something.
Oh, you said something about me? Every time you sing that song now, you paying me for it.
Yeah. So I mean, it really bothers them when black men, especially black men. Black women are fine because they like to separate us from our men, and if you give us more, then we'll get more separated because our men are not given the same opportunities. So that gives them a harder In a way, because what I'll say with that, if you're a man, you take your talents elsewhere and you build.
Yeah, but it also means like that type of woman, until you build, she don't respect you, and then if she don't respect you, you can't be with her, and then you got to choke her a little bit if you try.
I don't know if you can say that, LaDonna, but you can. What was I saying? Well, I forget. Well, I heard her. But anyway, no. About the fact that I can see them making that story to change.
Well, didn't you just say Snowfall was?
Oh, Snowfall. It was about what you call? What's his name? I keep saying it's not Leech. It's
No, because that's BMF.
The guy he didn't create crack cocaine. He created the movement for crack cocaine in LA. And his story is Snowfall, basically. Hold on. I forget. Damn it. I want to get his name right. Well, anyway, he was pushed out he was selling his story. He was selling his story. John Singleton was part of the thing of his story. He was pushed out as a writer, as well as someone who's telling his story, basically. Dang it, why can't I find out his name? And most of that was true.
It's based on Freeway Ricky Ross?
No, it's not based on him. It's based on that's not his name.
I know Rick Ross' story because he was part of.
It's not Rick Ross. He's friends with Rick Ross, I believe. We'll get there in a minute. Okay. Just keep looking it up and see. His name is something else. But anyway, he went to jail. Afterwards, he didn't become an alcoholic. He ended up getting locked up. And being so brilliant, he learned law, and he was supposed to get forever time. Ends up being his own defense and getting out of jail. So he's out of jail now. And what he's doing now is he's building a legal business with weed because he's very intelligent. As they show in the story that he was very smart. He saw some money, how to make money. And he's going into legal weed selling thing. And he wanted to get people on. He liked to put people on. He seems like a really intelligent and kind person. If you see the story, the first couple of seasons was basically what he had informed them about.
That's Rick Ross.
Oh, okay. What is his name? Oh, okay. Rick Ross then.
Yeah, Freeway Rick Ross. Yeah. The real Rick Ross. Yeah, because he was getting his coke from he was cooking it, but he was getting his coke straight
out of
from Oliver North and them.
And then what you see in Snowfall is true. It was the government who was allowing it because they was funding the war in Nicaragua and other wars down in the South, which they're doing now in Panama and in Guatemala and Venezuela. And that's why those people aren't Mexican. Those are the people that's coming here for refuge because we're destroying and creating gangs and unrest in their country. As always, the United States.
Because as they grow as a democracy, but don't agree with us.
Yeah.
We don't want them because then they become a world power as they grow because these people actually still build things in their country and still make things.
And also we need their land for drugs. We get all of the American drugs, the allowance of drugs coming through. That's where they get their drugs and that's where the importing comes from. And if they don't want that to happen in their country anymore, we put a dictator in there that makes it happen. And then their people are called gang members now who are going against this dictator that the School of Americas has created and put in place. And then there's people going against people. Their own people going against this person that was put in by the government.
Yeah, by our government.
So those people in Guatemala, Panama, Ecuador, you say Venezuela, but it's the other one. It's over on that side. They are the ones that's coming into our country. It's not Mexicans really coming into our country. It's all those other people that's coming in. And the ones that's too dark, they send you back or kill you. You know how that goes.
They still play the paper bag game.
So yeah, Rick Ross is out. He got himself out because he's intelligent. But they don't show that in the story. They make him, I believe the end makes him an alcoholic. And that's not what happened. He was put in jail. The FBI informant or the CIA who was working for him, they dismissed all that, act like it never happened. Mm-hmm. The government, government was charged with anything. Nobody on that war on drugs and how they infiltrated crack into the black community purposefully.
Dropping guns off.
They did that during the pandemic too.
Yeah. By train stations.
Remember they was dropping them bricks off in different neighborhoods and there's no construction there during the pandemic?
Yeah, wherever they knew it was going to be a march. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, y'all go march.
That's what the government does.
Put some bricks there.
It was like they had some bricks around when I was living on from where I used to live.
And then they only got to plant one person to start it. They figured once you get them started.
Well, I said that story that my dad told me about my uncle. When they thought they was building stuff, they had them recruiting them in Washington D.C. This had to be back in the 70s or 60s. No, it had to be in the 60s. My dad was still young, early 60s. Late 60s. But they were had them go down there, and they were saying that it was this black man down there saying they was going to teach them how to go back into their community and build in their communities. My uncle went down there, and his friend Wasu, that's why my cousin named Wasu, went down there and found out that he was teaching them how to infiltrate and bring drugs back into the community and guns. So Wasu, my uncle's friend, didn't make it out because they killed him. My uncle was able to make it out back to Philadelphia and let them know that that's not what was going on down there. The government did that. And that was back in the 60s. My father's still alive. So yeah, I didn't like that about Snowfall. Like we don't tell our own stories. And when we do tell our stories, like The Harder They Fall, they be dope as I don't know what. Harlem Nights, dope as I don't know what. Be dope.
They have to change it to make it.
Mm-hmm. Lovecraft Country, dope as I don't know what. That other one when the white lady called a nigga, the black lady said, "Hold on, baby," and walked over to it and said, "Wow, dope as I don't know what." All right. Where are we at? Man, arm got bit off by an alligator.
Why was his arm by alligator's mouth?
He was peeing outside on the swamp. That's not a joke. That really happened.
An alligator can't put his arm off?
Yes, he was in a bar and he didn't want to wait to go to the bathroom because it was a long line. Again, we were just talking about that men's bathroom. Men's bathrooms are a lot cleaner, ladies. I'm not going to tell you to go in there. I do. I prefer the men's bathroom over the ladies because ladies are disgusting. And it seems like they don't wash their hands. Well, the places I go, they wash their hands. But other places I've been, they don't wash their hands. And it'd be too much stuff around. He didn't want to wait in line. And let me do this real quick. Hold on. He did. There we go. He didn't want to wait in line, so he went outside, and it's a bar in Florida. And he was peeing in the swamp, and it seems though he must have slipped, and the alligator took his arm off. Well, how dare you pee in his kitchen? Yeah, his backyard. His kids was probably sleeping, and he getting peed on. That's nasty. That's some pedophilia. Is zoophilia? Oh, that's a thing. Did you know that? I just learned that as a thing. So pedophilia is now not known as that as much as known as that to me. But they say MAPS, minor attracted persons. Disgusting. We have a senator who's actually a MAPS person. They're trying to call
them pedophiles because that's what they are. We will not.
And he's lowering the age for work as well as marriage in his state. I can't think of what state. I don't want to mess it up. State and so they can do these nasty things. But anyway, he was peeing on children, alligators.
No, shut up. Now you're just being wrong.
Just saying, that's what happened. They were children alligators. And he slipped and the alligator took his arm off. They went and hunted this 10-year-old alligator. Oh, he was only 10 years old. He was protecting his family. Hunt the alligator and euthanize him.
Yeah, because once any animal eats a human,
no, that's not true. Well, they try to kill it, but they try to say like
it's a man eater. It's only going to eat humans.
He was protecting
because we're so easy to catch. Basically, because people are so stupid.
Peeing in somebody's house. Who raised you? I'm sorry you lost your arm, but you shouldn't have been peeing in the swamp. That's nasty.
That's why it's all swampy now.
And then a being lost a life because of you. Minding his business.
Did they get his arm back?
No, their arm.
Because they usually swallow things whole. So, like, if you can get it out fast enough, you can put it back on.
They had to amputate his arm a little bit more. He said he don't have an elbow.
Well, if you ain't got nothing past it, what you need to bend it for?
I was still on my elbow. Like, if somebody said something, I could do like that. Like,
don't get me wrong. If I was going to lose, I would want as much as I could keep.
Yeah, because you still had the feeling of it, so at least you can. Or you might be lift weights, so I don't know.
No, I don't know. What you gonna strap it on? Strap the weight.
I mean, if it was like if you had this much, you just curls. All right. Well, what else we talking about? Alligator man, stop peeing in people's houses.
Yeah. Well, be glad you only lost the arm.
Yeah, because he could have got your pee-pee.
He was out.
And you need your pee-pee. Kim Kardashian, how dare she? Kanye and all these other black men who gave her allowance and headed to the cookout. You're wrong. You see what that girl looked before y'all added all the stuff on her. That's a fetish. Y'all should have left that alone. Something wrong with y'all. There's something wrong with a lot of y'all. She tried to talk to LeBron. She was flirting with LeBron James, who's married.
It was a couple weeks ago. I remember that.
Yeah, we ain't talk about that. Watch yourself, young lady, old lady. Because Mrs. LeBron James is not having it. And he got children too. Bet you his children knock you. Were they boys? He got any girls? He got young, she'll knock you out. Stay in your place. And you all crying because you got to raise kids without a husband. Your husband's something wrong with him. So you should be happy about that. Allegedly or not. But you are rich. You don't even raise your kids. You have nannies. Shut up. Did she call her a hoe? Well, I did. And that's not allegedly. Ooh, I've lost my thing. Where are we at?
Yeah, I just had to double check. His youngest is a girl.
Oh, she like 4. She'll knock you out.
She older than that now. That's an old picture. But
where are we at now? Ooh, this white teacher asked this child, this black boy with his braids, do your braids make you gangster?
I believe that was the principal.
That was the principal?
I think. Like, I seen that, right?
Oh, yeah, we want to say that.
What?
Condolences to DC Young Fly's family. He lost his lady and the mother of his children recently, and that just, man.
Because out of nowhere, she was only like, what, 30?
Yeah, they both young. He 32, 31.
Yeah, I think she was like 31, 30, somewhere between 31 and 33. I don't want to lie.
Yeah, just, oh my goodness. That's out. Prayers go out to him and his family. Yeah. It was cool, no. All right. What I was just talking about? I just flipped off of it. Oh, the gangster braids. That's one reason why I have a certain conversation with teachers at my school, my kids' school.
My teacher's school.
The majority of teachers have been white, but she have had other teachers before. When I have a conversation with the other teachers or people, like, hey, get with her, this is what she would choose. You're responsible for it when, I trust you. The other ones we have, make sure. But the other conversation I have to have with them is stop giving her chances. How y'all giving kids 7, 8 chances to bring in their work? If you don't bring it in the first time, I may fail you. If you bring it in the second time, you're going to get points taken off. Yeah. They do that to our kids as if they're slow or something, and they allow them to get away with stuff so they don't learn. And our children are not slow.
Yeah, and I don't like that either because they get in the real world and want 1,000,001 chances. Like,
no, you don't get any.
You're fired. Go away.
Yes, don't set our children up for that because we don't set them up for that at home.
Yeah, right.
So I have to have that conversation. If she did not bring her work in, she failed. F. If you want to give her an extra chance to make up work, she got to get points taken off. She doesn't get the whole points. Then the other teachers understand that, and they hold them to they hold them to the standard that they should hold them to instead of a lesser standard. So with that, and I also, don't you touch her hair. And the other teachers, of course, if she needed braided back, if she needed the ponytail, even the male teachers, go ahead, whatever. I know the male teacher. Cool.
Yeah,
but I mean, if she needs you to throw it in the ponytail, he better put it in the ponytail before the other person put it in the ponytail. Yeah. Don't touch her hair. Because I had an issue with that because my child, she wear her hair out however she wanted when she was younger, and she'll come back with a ponytail in her hair. And I said, who touched your hair? So the principal, possibly a principal, a teacher, should be fired. And these are people who are educating our children.
And I'd have been like, is that a white supremacist skinhead? Like, even if you don't have one, like I would have had to retort that way, and I would have gotten more trouble. But that's how I would have, like, I would have had to make you think. Yeah. Oh,
is wow, that a dog's hair?
Yeah. Like, yeah, I would have.
Yeah. You have to. And I believe my child.
And I don't think I was a bad child, but I'm like, no, I know when I'm being picked on.
And being picked on or being picked on or trying to be demeaned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cut that out. Watch your teachers. I have the fortunate, and people may think it's unfortunate, but fortunate opportunity to send my kids to go to school with people that look like her. Unfortunately, all our teachers don't look like her. They're not bad teachers. However, they look at our children as though they cannot compete or can't do things. Scientifically, when our children come out, these are science. They're over 2 to 4 weeks more advanced than y'all children are. They hold their heads up. They're alert. They can sit up faster. That's probably why they made those little chairs. Black people, stop using those chairs for your kids. Your kids can sit up when they're supposed to sit up. So that's science. So if they're doing that at birth,
them, they will strengthen their neck looking to because you're speaking to them, they want to engage. See things. Yes.
They engage. So just be careful with teachers who's teaching your children. Yeah. Because a lot of times, and I'm not saying all, because I had some good teachers who happen to be white, who were pushed, but I went to Catholic school as well. And also in public school, they were just teachers. They were older though.
I had a couple.
But these new teachers, these new people who like, oh, but they live in this environment, they can't. Oh, they don't have this. If they have to sit under a street light with and do their homework, they will get their homework done.
No problem. If it has to be done, get
away. Or they'll fail and figure out something else in life. Fart prank in school.
Oh, the boys that got. I don't know how far that went because like people actually got sick.
I don't think they really got sick. And if they got sick, you got a weak stomach. Pranks and stuff.
No, but it depends on how much they let out. That's what I was wondering. If they like went to the basement and let it out.
But also with that, I don't think they should get a felony. They should just not be able to walk.
Yeah. I agree. It's still just a prank. But I'm like, whatever they did, they wasn't on no regular like.
It wasn't like fart bombs in the room
and close the door. Yeah. Nah, it wasn't like that.
Because these new things probably are just weird, like extreme. But they do not need to have a felony on their charge. They shouldn't be arrested. They shouldn't have to take mug shots. They are children.
Yeah.
They did a prank. Yeah. They can't walk. You got to pick up your diploma this way, or you have to do some volunteer work before you get your something like that. But nothing on their record. That's horrible. And a lot of those kids, you be all right. You had a stomach ache. You went to
it stank. It fuck you up for a while, but it didn't do no permanent damage to nobody. It just made you sick.
But depending on what type of school they went to, some people probably will more. Instead of like, oh, y'all stupid, this is nasty. We already spoke about that. Amazon workers are suing Amazon.
I'm telling you, they've been complaining about this for years. That's why they want to unionize and they won't let them. Allegedly.
Yeah. So Amazon, and then also what I learned is not everybody who's working on the trucks is Amazon workers, and some people also are using their own cars as Amazon workers.
Yeah, Amazon Flex. Yep.
So if you have a certain amount of hours to be able to get all your things in or whatever, but what they are encouraging their drivers is to pee in the bottle or poop in the bag. First of all, if you was dumb enough to allow somebody the first thing you asked me to do that is no. Why don't y'all understand no? No.
Like, that's dumb.
No.
That's unsanitary. That's nasty. Why would you even say that?
No.
Why don't you supply me with a bathroom and
here, porta potty, something like that.
Build a truck with a bathroom in it if it's that big a deal.
Yeah.
And I'll take my breaks. I'll go in there, wash my hands. I'll do what I got to do.
And that's part of the Amazon thing. And then that'll be my truck. I got to keep clean. And that's penalize me if I don't clean it. But who was pooping and peeing and stuff? You stupid.
No.
Ain't no way. At any job I have, I don't care if they're like, can you lick a stamp and pass me a thing? If I don't want to do it and it's not part of my job description, no. What are you going to do? You can't do it. Would fire me? Well, then we're going to have a problem. No. That is inhumane. Mm-hmm. And if you agreed to it, then you can't say nothing about it later. I don't like all that stuff. You agree to people giving you money for sex or getting a role, and then later on you want to say you got raped. Not saying I ain't do nothing funny to you, but when you accept something, that's fair exchange. In my opinion.
I actually agree with that too. I mean, that's
if you showed your titties to somebody to get a role for something, and then 30 years later, you like, oh, he made me show him my titties, but did you get the role? So you basically exchanged titty showing for a movie role.
And then
if you didn't want to do it and he forced you, because there are people who get forced to do things, and that's a totally different thing.
Yeah. Agreed.
I keep losing my space. We about to get out of here in a minute. Well, let's finish talking about.
I don't think it's too much left.
No, because I think we skipped through some stuff. I can't get some notes.
Joe Biden falling.
That was. Now I didn't see him fall, but what my president said.
Oh, I see.
My president.
He tripped over a sandbag.
My president said. Let me read what my president said. Did I keep that? Because my president. I can keep it. My president said some stuff. Oh, he said basically. Oh, it was good. Tell him what happened to Biden, because I don't know.
He was giving out diplomas, I think.
Diplomas. Academy.
And after he gave out the last one, he was getting ready to leave, and he said he turned and tripped over a sandbag and fell.
Okay. So, Trump said that, all right, I don't have everything. He basically said, you got to be careful. He first said he actually fell down. Oh, I hope he wasn't hurt, said Trump. You got to be careful, even if you have to tiptoe down a ramp, because he had an incident.
I remember that too.
He said it was icy out.
No.
And it was cold and it was icy. He had to hold on to the general, and he told General, if I go down, then you be ready, because he had to tiptoe down the thing, and people made fun of him for that. And what he said about Biden, he said, well, Biden should just tiptoe, and he wouldn't have fell. He said it was very unfortunate, but it wasn't very stately or something. That man is hilarious. Get him back into office so more people can go down. He's gonna be like, go downtown with Judy Brown. What is it, Judy Brown? Judy. So yeah, that was hilarious, Mr. Trump. If you watch my show, 45, 47, he'll be 47 president or something. If he makes it.
He was 45. He won't make it again. Because they just got that tape on him. Like,
I don't care. That was a deep fake, and that was AI who said that, because my president wouldn't do nothing like that. He would.
Yeah. No. And that's the only he said he was at dinner with some people, and he said some shit like, yeah, I got this document. I can't show them to you though, because I never unclassified them. They're still classified. They're about Iran. Oh my God. Yeah. I said, did they just get the smoking gun on him? Like, but I took the documents and I didn't declassify them and I bragged about it.
Y'all got to see how this man is getting off on stuff that he shouldn't get off on, and wonder why. Because he got stuff on other people, or other people do the same thing or worse.
He's a white man in America. He's a rich white man in America. No, he's not even as rich as he said. No.
It's him and all his. He knows he's with a group of people, and if he go down, they going down to 45 to 47 vote for 47. I don't know, but okay. They have this option coming up, or it may happen now, that you can scan your palm to buy alcohol with Amazon, I believe, or just in general. Prime. Who's going to do that? I know they wouldn't do chip stuff with people, but it's basically getting your fingerprint is your personal ID. Forget your face. Somebody can take your face, but they can't take your fingerprints. And now you have your fingerprint on your phone. I don't. You have your fingerprint now, and that will be scanned for purchasing. What else can they sell your fingerprints to? Because if you are going to unlock things, it's your DNA. It's like your DNA. Nobody has this the same. And you're going to give that up. Interesting. No, I think Biden is not old. I don't think he's here with us anymore.
She think he Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
rest in peace, Biden.
Her president is like 2 weeks behind.
No, look how they look.
Yes.
No,
one of them is covered in makeup. The other.
Yes. Well, why don't they put some makeup on Biden? Because he
look alive. Then he look.
He'd be like this. He looked like a corpse. He looked like all the stuff is sucked out of him. And if you touch him, he looked like almost a crypt keeper with a little layer of skin. Tom Hanks wants to use AI to act after death. Somebody's gonna make a porno with Tom Hanks in it.
No, I told you they're gonna make.
It's gonna be a Forrest Gump porno.
They're gonna make him do reggae songs with his son. Oh, he's gonna be in the music video singing reggae songs with his son.
And saying the N-word.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom Hanks. I would a Jedi. Yeah. That would be great. Oh my God.
Think about it, Tom. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do it. Because you can have
you'll be the first one to do it. And 10 years down the line,
what you call
now Tom Hanks is free use. He's the oldest AI. Everybody can use Tom Hanks in their little.
Oh my goodness, that would be so great.
You don't want that, Tom. Don't do it. It'll ruin your legacy.
Remember that movie Little Man that Marlon Wayans played in? He could be Little Man. Oh my gosh, do it, Tom Hanks. That's really brilliant of you.
Don't do it, Tom. It's a bad look.
Oh, I gotta talk about Boosie. I love me some Boosie. I love that man. Protect him at all costs. He is such a good father. I really enjoy him as a person. He stands on what he stands on. He's not hateful. How people try to make out his words. They may not like how he say things, but he's a straight up dude. I really like him. He was talking about snitching on the Breakfast Club. And personally, I don't like snitches. But people have their idea they didn't change the idea what a snitch is. They're like, if a neighbor says, that's not being a snitch because they're not in the crime together.
Yeah.
That's not being a snitch. But if you're doing a crime with someone together and you get caught, he was saying, God the only one that can catch you. And I said, darn right. Because if God let you get through that, you wasn't supposed to get caught at that time. So you being the snitch is being the devil. But no, really, if you ain't everybody did things in their life where they're like, man, I'm so glad I got away with that. But imagine somebody snitched on you.
Yeah.
All the stuff that you were supposed to do and things because God has saved you for whatever the universe, whatever you would believe saves you for. You have a higher purpose or whatever, because you could have been that person who didn't make it. Yeah, you could have been that person who got caught up and in jail forever. There's so many things that could have happened to you, but you, by the grace of God, and then a snitch come in. Boosie. Keep buying your land and creating that world you're going to create for us. I'll be down here. Candace Teller, the Georgia elected. I'm gonna
somebody find somebody in Georgia and tell me if this is real. Because if this is real, we all going to hell.
Tell us more. I gotta find it because I'm gonna make sure it's real, and then then we gonna get out of here.
Yeah, because this woman was just saying if people in Georgia are electing people like this,
gosh, it may be real. And it's real. Georgia Rolling Stones is a real. My gosh!
Yeah, listen to this.
Georgia GOP cheer goes full flat Earth. Okay, I think you gave it. Did you got it? You sent it to me, right? Yeah. You play it because you have an Android and I have an iPhone. iPhone sucks. It just looks pretty, but this is real. This is a real thing that she said, and I was laughing because it was unbelievable. Forrest and fun. FUBU. You sent it to me. Look at the message that you sent to me so you can find it.
I'm looking. Oh my goodness. I got it.
Go ahead. Listen to this.
Let me introduce you to Candace Taylor. She's a newly elected district chair for the Republican Party in Georgia.
I'm not a science
scientist because that is a made-up job, but I know that the Earth is flat, okay? Because if the Earth was round, why would maps be flat? They can never answer that, okay? People want to be like, well, if the Earth is flat, then what about night and day? I don't know. Let me think about it. Maybe because the Earth is double-sided, and God flips us over when it's time for us to go to bed, and flips us back over when it's time for us to wake up, like I do with my husband. Like, use your brain. Use your head for a minute. If the Earth was round like a globe, everything would be falling off of it. All the oceans would be dripping down it like ice cream, okay? Unless the Earth is a DQ blizzard where nothing falls out. But even then, sometimes things do fall out, and they do have to give you your money back. So that doesn't really make sense to me. They're trying so hard to make us think the Earth is a globe. I see globes on TV, globes at my children's school. I saw a globe at Hobby Lobby, a place of worship. Hobby Lobby, there is a globe there.
Hobby
I
Lobby.
mean, if I were a normal person, there would be a globe behind me, but I have a rotary telephone that's not hooked up to anything, so Bill Gates can't track me. Okay? Because I'm using my head. Elected.
Elected in Georgia.
Georgia, y'all got some explaining to do. Somebody find somebody in Georgia and explain to me how she gets elected.
How? But they couldn't get the black guy. Was he in Georgia, the black guy? The black football guy? What's his name?
No.
What was his name?
Okay.
The black football guy who was voting. He was trying to get voted for. But that's somebody who was elected in Georgia. Please, I wish it was a joke. I wish it was a joke. She said it's a flat earth, and when it turns the other daytime to night, God just flips us over
like I do my husband in the morning. Just
she said a globe in the house of worship.
The Hobby Lobby house of worship. What are you worshiping in the Hobby Lobby?
She said, I got a rotary phone, but it ain't connected because Bill Gates don't trust me.
So Bill Gates can't track me.
Oh, track me? I see you don't trust him. I don't trust you, lady. Oh my goodness.
She'll plug her rotary up when it's time to make a call.
I hope it did it go through? I hope y'all was able to hear it.
Yeah. If not, what's her name one more time so they can go look for her?
Yeah.
How are we supposed to get along with these people?
Yep. Yep, it was on. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we have for y'all this week. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. People will tune in a little later. Please like and subscribe. Tell people about it.
Click the notification bell.
That's one thing I do understand about like following. It's just the wording. It just doesn't feel good to do. But you can say you like something. I wish they had ways where you can like, yo, that's dope, that's decent, and that can be the button or something. Or also, I just don't think I appreciate y'all liking and subscribing, but I understand that it's just not a natural thing to just keep pressing buttons or I don't know.
Clicking all of that.
Yeah. So it's cool. Hope everybody have a great weekend. Have a
safe weekend.
Safe weekend.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye,
everybody. Peace. We're not out yet. You say smile. Keep smiling till we out. Keep smiling. Keep smiling.